All right, fellow Sox fans, let's get real. John Henry doesn't care about this franchise anymore. It's evident, and he hasn't cared for a long time. Whatever's going on with this franchise, it needs to change. There needs to be a fundamental change within the Boston Red Sox, and I'm not just talking managers or coaches or glad-handed, nonsensical, egotistical douchebag yes-men like Craig Breslow in the front office. Change needs to start with ownership. That being said, I've thought about this for a minute, and I've come up with a list of people that I would trust to run the Boston Red Sox, to buy and take over from John Henry. And you know what? We're going to start off a little bit controversial here. Number one on this list is going to be Vince and Shane McMahon. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, well, Vince is a maniac. Vince is a sex pervert. Shut the fuck up. All right? Vince McMahon single-handedly turned a local regional wrestling promotion into a multi-billion-dollar international media conglomerate that covered television, movies, music. With the right marketing, Vince and Shane McMahon could turn the Boston Red Sox into another multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Coming in second place, Robert Kraft. Dude already owns the New England Patriots. He knows what it's like to bring championships to Boston, to the New England area. Why not let him try his hand with the Red Sox? In third, God, I hope I'm saying this name right. Wyc, I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name. Whatever the fuck the dude was that owned the Boston Celtics from 2002 to 2024. During his run, 2 championships with the Celtics, 2008 and 2024. That reign in 2024 was the record breaker. The Boston Celtics, under his ownership, won the most NBA championships of all time. And then he sold it to Bill Chisholm, who, honestly, is next on this list. Bill Chisholm and his group, we've seen what they've done with the Celtics this year. We've seen that, they'll do whatever it takes to win, even though, their playoff run came up a little short this year. But you know what? It proves he wants to win. And if you want to win, coming in at the 5th place in this list of people I would trust to buy and run the Boston Red Sox, why not just a conglomeration of Boston sports legends? All right? Follow me. Follow me here. All right? Guys like David Ortiz, Curt Schilling, Jason Varitek, Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez, Larry Bird, Dustin Pedroia, because fuck Manny Machado. And while we're at it, for the hell of it, why don't we throw into this Wes Newberry's favorite son, the 17-time world champion John Cena. You throw that much star power into ownership of a beloved New England sports franchise, they're going to do whatever it takes to win. And speaking of that, this last pick, it might be the most controversial, even more so than Vince and Shane McMahon. But the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman would be a great pick. And here's why. The Saudis, especially MBS and his family, they've got a lot of money to burn from oil. And the Boston Red Sox would be a great place to throw some of that money. Now, I know what some of you are going to say to this one, but they've already got the 6th highest payroll in the MLB. What more could you want? Owners that actually give a shit. All right, because just having a high payroll isn't always going to produce wins. Look at the New York Yankees. Need I say it? But giving a shit and investing in the team, it's a whole lot more than players, all right? Renovations to the stadium, marketing, all right? MBS and the Saudi Crown family, even if they don't want to be like the majority owners on paper, I would not be opposed if one of the other 5 mentions that I've made would use them as a minority backer to just float the cash and let, the McMahons or Wyc or Robert Kraft or Chisholm or a conglomeration of Boston sports legends be the faces of the Red Sox going forward. That being said, John Henry, I know you're not going to see this video. And if by some way, shape, or form that you do, I hope you're listening, dude. All right? I know you don't give a fuck about the Red Sox anymore. The rest of the Red Sox faithful know that the Fenway Sports Group doesn't care about this team anymore. So sell it. Sell it to somebody that will care, that will invest, that will win. 4 world championships, folks. 4 world championships in the 21st century. That's more than any other baseball team right now. That's more than the Yankees, more than the Cardinals, more than the Dodgers, more than the Astros. If we want to keep that winning tradition alive, John Henry needs to sell the team. It's that simple.